Hey guys, welcome back to another haunted story. So if you're new here, every Monday and Friday I sit down and I tell a haunted story, a ghost story, a creepy story, an out of the ordinary type of story. It doesn't always involve ghosts and everything like that, so it's kind of just all things spooky. So if you're into that, then just keep watching and subscribe to my channel and join the spooky fam. So today's story is more of a curse type of story. I've been hearing different rumors about this story going around since I could remember, so I finally wanted to just sit down and dig deep into the archives and figure out what's true, what's false, everything like that. So today we are talking about The Wizard of Oz. If you don't know what The Wizard of Oz is, you are living under a literal rock, okay? This movie is wonderful. It's one of my all-time favorite movies. I could literally watch it every single day, but we have to adult sometimes and we just can't do that. So I should probably start doing my makeup. Also, today's look isn't going to be anything too crazy. I actually just got a new palette in, and this is kind of like my first impressions of it, but I'm going to do a full review on it on a separate video. So anyways, let's just jump right on into this story, okay? So when I was researching this place, I didn't know that The Wizard of Oz cost so much money to make, okay? It cost $3 million to make this movie. Now keep in mind, this was made in, I think, the 1930s, 1940s, somewhere around there. So $3 million, that's a lot, okay? That is a lot of money. In today's day, that would be $55 million. It actually went on to win 2 Academy Awards, and it got an award for Best Original Song, like soundtrack. The song Over the Rainbow, obviously, is what won them the Best Original Song, and it actually helped make Judy Garland pretty famous. This whole movie did, really. In 1967, Time magazine actually reported that the movie was declared the most popular single film in television history. Like, this movie made lots of money. It's still so popular, obviously. But while filming this movie, the set seemed as it was cursed because a lot of bad things just kept happening to everyone that was on the set. So the monkeys, you guys remember the flying monkeys? Those things were freaky. But apparently, 2 of them actually crashed to the ground because their wires broke just out of nowhere. I don't know if they died from it. I'm sure they got seriously injured. It didn't say. Hopefully they didn't die. Also, the original actor that was supposed to play the Tin Man, he actually ended up getting fired because when they were putting the makeup on him, he had a severe allergic reaction and he got poisoned from the makeup. I mean, the makeup was made of pure aluminum. So he got like really sick from it and he was hospitalized. He had to be put on oxygen, all of these things. And he got fired because he wouldn't recover quick enough to go back to set. So they had to hire somebody else. And that somebody else was Jack Haley. But they cast him to play the Tin Man, and when they decided to put makeup on him, they took the aluminum powder and pretty much made a paste out of it. I don't know what they mixed it with, but they made a paste out of it, so it was diluted, and he seemed okay, except he did get a small infection in his right eye. But with medical treatment, he recovered, he was fine, he could go back and work on set. Another cast member, Margaret Hamilton, she played the Wicked Witch of the West. She actually suffered burns during her scene when she goes to Munchkin land or whatever, and she sees Dorothy and the Munchkins, and then she like bursts into flames to go away. Well, during that scene, she actually got 2nd-degree burns on her face and 3rd-degree burns on her hand. Like, ow. So what happened was her makeup was made out of copper, like it was copper-based, and it was extremely flammable. So she actually got really hurt. The makeup artist actually had to hurry up and rush over to her and get all of her makeup off, or else it could have ended like really bad. It said that if she didn't get that makeup off, that actress may not be around. Like she would have died. So thankfully, Margaret Hamilton, the Wicked Witch, she was actually able to recover. They didn't really need her on set for a couple of weeks after that. So she had time to fully recover before returning to set. So, I mean, at least she didn't get fired and, like, replaced. Like the poor Tin Man. Poor guy. So, you guys know Toto, Dorothy's dog. Poor little Toto. Did you guys know that Toto was a girl? Yeah, I thought Toto was a boy dog. But I guess that's what I get for assuming people's genders. Well, poor little Toto was not immune to the curse on set. I shouldn't be laughing. It's not funny. It's just really sad. One of the actors accidentally jumped on Toto's poor little foot and sprained his, I keep saying him, but it's a girl, sprained her ankle. How sad is that? So they had to get a canine double to replace her until she was all better. And her name was Terry. Is that not the cutest thing? This story's not even creepy or anything. It's just... Oh, poor Toto. But Toto recovered, had a full recovery. The dog was fine. I wonder if they put that in the movie. If they forgot to, like, cancel that scene out, you know? It was one of the Wicked Witch's soldiers that jumped on Toto by accident. It was a total accident. It's not like they meant to do it, but... I wonder if they kept that scene in there. I don't know. I'm going to have to watch it now and, like, pay attention. So there's always been rumors that Judy Garland was actually sexually assaulted by the Munchkins. But the more I was reading on it, the more that there's really no proof of this. The rumor was actually started by Judy Garland's third husband. I guess he had written to a newspaper saying that the Munchkins would go out and they would go drinking when they were off set. And when they would come back, they would just be all sloshed, you know. But they were said to put their little Munchkin hands up Dorothy's dress. And as far as I know, that's just a rumor. Dorothy, or I should say Judy Garland, she never denied or admitted that this was a real occurrence or anything like that. So we can't say that it's true or not. One of the writers of the movie actually had said that it was just fabricated by her husband and that she's never heard of anything happening to Dorothy like that on the set. So who knows? It could be true. It could not be true. There's just no one there saying that it is or isn't. So I'm sure that the one rumor that everybody is waiting to hear is, did a actor that play a Munchkin actually commit suicide on the set? Well, I always thought this was true because I remember watching it when I was younger. I wasn't a kid or anything, but I was younger. I was like, I don't know, preteen, somewhere around there. And I remember seeing that in the background and being like, holy crap, that actually looks like a real person hanging himself. So in this scene where Dorothy, the Tin Man, and the Scarecrow are skipping down the yellow brick road, getting ready to go see the wizard, in the background there's trees and stuff. You can see the set in the background. And from one of the trees, it looks like something jumped off of it and then started swinging back and forth like a Munchkin was hanging himself. So, of course, like movie producers and all of that, you know, Hollywood has a lot of polls, okay? They said that it's not an actor, that it was just one of the exotic birds that they put on set. You see them throughout the whole movie. They look like cranes, kind of. They say that it's one of those in the background, like lifting up its head and just walking around. But here's my question about that is, why is there a bird way back there in the background? Because, I mean, it happens pretty far back. Why would they place a bird that far in the distance? You know what I'm saying? So I think they, like, took the bird and they, like, CGI'd him into the movie so there wouldn't be any, like, oh my God, somebody hung themselves, you know, type of thing. That's what I think they did. I mean, it's Hollywood. Like, come on. Because this rumor has been spreading since 1989 about this freaking person killing themselves. And I remember watching it long ago, and It didn't look how it does now. It doesn't look like a bird is in the background. It legit looks like one of the Munchkins. So, I don't know. According to everybody else, this is false, that it's been debunked, but I don't think so. I just remember very clearly what I saw when I was younger, and I'm pretty sure it actually happened. They just don't want to deal with the drama of it, you know? So even though it's said that this movie set is cursed, it wasn't just things that happened on the set that hurt people. You know, it was the people working on the set as well that would hurt people. Those people being poor Miss Judy Garland. So it said that when the Cowardly Lion came out for the first time in like full costume and started doing his scenes and stuff, we all know how funny the Cowardly Lion is, okay? Well, Judy couldn't stop laughing. She thought it was so funny. And I mean, it is. Like, I would probably laugh too. Well, the producer didn't like this, and Judy couldn't stop laughing. So he ended up slapping her straight across the face in order to get her to stop. And he told her basically, go out there and act. So of course she like quickly snapped into character because, I mean, God, could you imagine getting slapped by your freaking boss? I don't know, I would slap the shit out of my boss. Not only was the director like rude to her and slapping her and everything like that, but Judy was under a lot of pressure to maintain this Hollywood image, okay? So big time people in Hollywood, they would basically give their actors pick-me-ups so that way they could perform well for long periods of time. And then when they needed to sleep, they would give them sleeping pills or downers so that way they could crash for a couple hours. And when I mean a couple hours, I mean like 4 hours they were allowed to sleep, and then they would have to get up, take more pills to give them energy, and get back on set. So their bodies were just being poisoned by these uppers and downers constantly. God. And poor Judy Garland was given these pills on the set of Wizard of Oz because she was filming for long hours, okay? I mean, we're talking like 72 hours straight of filming with only 4 hours of sleep. Damn. So, of course, over time, Judy became addicted to all of these pills. She was addicted to amphetamines and something called barbiturates. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. Barbiturates. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I'm probably not. And her life pretty much went downhill from there. I mean, before she even hit the age of 17, she was already addicted to all these pills. I mean, she had a very heavy addiction to them. She was under heavy pressure by studio bosses to remain thin. And let me just tell you, Judy Garland was in no way, shape, or form the slightest bit overweight at all. Like, her body is body goals. But back then, it was like you had to be a freaking stick to make it in Hollywood. And her mom is actually the one that first gave her pills. So before she was even in The Wizard of Oz, she starred in 2 movies beforehand, and the producers and the studio bosses of that movie were constantly hounding her about her weight, even to go as far as calling her a little piggy with pigtails. Like, are you kidding me? She was placed on extremely strict diets, and when I tell you strict, it was insane. She could only eat chicken soup, not chicken noodle soup, just chicken soup. She could only drink black coffee. And another part of her diet was cigarettes. She was allowed to smoke cigarettes. Apparently it curbs your appetite. But this poor girl went through so much hell, and all of it followed her for years. I mean, she was a very heavy pill addict. She was also an alcoholic. And ultimately, this led to her death. When she was only 47 years old, she died of an accidental overdose. So, I mean, that just goes to show you, like, how crappy Hollywood is. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure, like, it still has its stigmas and stuff. I know that that's not part of, like, the curse set. I just thought it was interesting to throw out there, you know. Also, another side note, did you guys know that Liza Minnelli is Judy Garland's daughter? Did you guys know that? For some reason, I always thought it was Elizabeth Taylor. I don't know, we kind of trailed off the main story there, but I just wanted to put that out there that, you know, with all the crap that she went through and everything, a cursed set, and her mother being a downright dick to her. It messes with people in the long run, you know? I mean, This poor girl. She could have had so much going for her, but she just got drowned in pills. But anyways, that is the story of the cursed Wizard of Oz. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys really think it's cursed or not? I know the story wasn't like creepy or haunted or anything like that, but I still thought it was kind of interesting. When I tell you, I was digging for 4 hours trying to find a story worth telling. And I'm not saying that like the stories I came across aren't worth telling. They just weren't long enough. You know, like I would sit down and I would tell you something within 5 minutes and that was it. Like I would have no time to do my makeup or anything like that. So I thought I would do the Wizard of Oz curse because it's so well known and it's just been flying around like crazy lately. And it was actually a suggestion for me to do this story. So I thought, why not take a little break from like super creepy, horrible things and, you know, jump on the other side of creepy stories, the ones that don't keep you up at night, you know? Not saying the story's not creepy or scary, but you know, you get what I'm saying, okay? I don't have to explain myself. But anyways, that is all I have for you guys today. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Do you think it was really cursed? Do you think it was just shit happens because it was back in the olden days and nobody really knew how to work stuff? I don't know, but I would love to know what you guys think. So, as always, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Also, share my videos, okay? Share my videos. And without further ado, I have nothing else to say to you guys except I love you and I will see you in the next one. Bye!